Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Vancouver Canucks and Edmonton Oilers preseason game, where the game just ended. It's 3-4 for the Edmonton Oilers. They beat us, unfortunately. Unfortunately, they got us tonight, but it was a really entertaining third period. Overall, I thought the game was pretty fun. So let me just quickly, before we get this started, just share this out. Let people know that we are indeed live. We are going to have, once again, as usual, we're going to have all the post-game interviews with the Vancouver Canucks. That includes the coaches. That includes the players. We're going to have all that lovely stuff. And, of course, what we want from you guys is to hang out, have a good time, chit-chat a little bit, some hockey, right? And drop some comments. If you guys want to be a part of the post-game show, leave some comments. And if you guys want to like the video, I would really appreciate it. It really does go a long way if you're watching this as a recording or if you're watching this live. And hit that subscribe. We've had an amazing day today. We gained like almost 25, 30 subscribers today. So thank you so much for that. Right off the bat, let me just quickly put this on here. That was a good test for our prospects, considering they were up against most of the top Oilers. I think Hyman is still injured. Coots, Lecker, Ratu goals were good. So, by the way, I did write down a ton of notes on this game from the first period, second period, and third period. I'll get into it in a moment. I'm just gonna let my friend here know that we are indeed live. So give me one last quick second here, just to let my buddy know that we are live. So just give me 1 second here. All right. Just give me 1 second, guys. 1 quick second. 1 quick second. Boom, boom. Click this. Click this. And by the way, we will have all the post-game interviews and everything like that. Of course we are. That's what we do here, and it's going to be great. So, okay, so I'm going to post it right now to my buddy here. So, right here we go. Live. All right. By the way, what did you guys think about the game right off the bat before we get really deep into it? I'm curious what you guys thought overall. Did you guys enjoy it? Let me know. And let me just click that and click that. And there we go. Finally. There we go. Now we're ready to rock. Now we are ready to rock. All right. So let's get over it. So first of all, let's go through the comments right off the bat. Here we have from Jason Chen. That was a good test of prospects considering they were up against most of the top Oilers. I think Hyman is still injured. Coots, Lecker, and Ratu with goals was good. Yes, we will go in depth on each player on the Vancouver Canucks. I have all the lines. We're also going to be going over some of the news. Like Garland, for example, was supposed to be playing today, but it looks like he didn't play. So unfortunately, he still has his injury. We had McEachran come in to play for him. But yeah, Hyman is still injured, and we will talk. I'll talk more in depth about specifically the players there that played. We're gonna definitely go more of a deep dive once we start going over the lines and stuff. I didn't think it was good to put Demko in net. That was a very demanding game for him. He looked pretty solid overall. He made one crazy save. I have the highlight. I'm gonna play it here on this post-game stream as well. Don't worry. Coots is very hungry for an NHL spot. You can tell Luke Hughes is not signed with New Jersey. How about Willander, Lecker, plus a pick for Luke Hughes? I think it would cost a lot more to get Luke Hughes, just because if you're getting Luke Hughes, you're pretty much saying to New Jersey that you're giving up Jack Hughes in the future as well. So I think it would cost a lot more personally. Lex should make it. I don't think they're going to let Luke Hughes go. There's no way. What's up, Mega Bulbasaur? What's going on? Oilers' number one line was a unit tonight. You shut them down, not too much anything else behind them. Yeah, and we're going to get over it. We're going to go over how the Oilers played as well. But let's get straight into it. Now, actually, before we start, I really want to just get this out there. So I saw this today. Crispy Korean chicken with spicy glazing fried at the Vancouver Whitecaps game for $16.50. It looked insane. I just wanted to mention that. Just thought I'd throw that out there. All right, right off the bat. So before the game, Connor Garland, so this is from Brendan Batchelor. Connor Garland was skated out in the first practice group yesterday, but did not appear on the ice for warm-up in Edmonton. Garland did not play tonight. That's something to mention. It's something important to mention. We're going to have to monitor him moving forward here just a little bit. So let's get into our lines right off the bat. So how did everybody play? Right off the bat, before we even get to the Canucks, I got to mention Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl absolutely killed us. They were so good, and they were only going at like 60, 70%. But it was pretty much expected. They were going to have a big game. We all knew it. What was funny is the rest of the Oilers were pretty invisible for the most part. I didn't see too much there from Edmonton specifically, but McDavid and Dry were pretty crazy. So yeah, that team is, once again, it's only preseason, so, and there's obviously a long way. We have the whole regular season and before playoffs, but they I don't know, man. It just seems like such a one-line team, but I don't know. We'll see. They got to the finals twice, so I don't know. Anyways, let's get to the Canucks. All right, let's start with the lines that we have right in front of us. So we had Archdeep Bains, Hedel, and Carlson. So let's start with the good right off the bat. Hedel tonight, guys, if you're worried about a second line center, well, we could still be worried. Don't get me wrong, but Philip Hedel has proven in this preseason, at the very least in preseason, it might not mean anything, but in preseason so far, he's been real good. Tonight, he was good on a number of periods, a number of plays. And by the way, leave comments. I'll get to your comments. We'll do a little section here where we're going to every little comment out. I'll react to your comments as well. Feel free. But yeah, Hedel tonight, man, was so good. Like, he was real good through the neutral zone. He was dynamic through the neutral zone. I thought overall he was probably, if not the best player on Vancouver, he was one of the best players on Vancouver. He had another really solid game. I was really impressed by Philip Hedel there, 100%. He was good. He was good. And I really hope just for himself, his family, and everybody that he stays healthy throughout this whole year, since he's had so many problems with concussions. But he's always had the ability. Can he stay healthy? That is going to be the key. He was great tonight, like real good. No underlining line. Archdeep Bains was not. Unfortunately, Bains did not have himself a strong game. He turned the puck over on a number of occasions. Oh, and by the way, I got to mention, Draisaitl offensively was great. He threw absolute grenades multiple times, huge turnovers, but McDavid was insane. But still, offensively, he was finishing left and right. It's important to mention, though, that defensively, I don't think he was great. But Bains didn't have a good game. Like, I've been waiting for him to kind of step it up, kind of like Lekkerimaki has, and we're gonna get to him at length. But Bains, he just hasn't been that solid. Like, he works hard. Like, I'm not gonna criticize his work ethic or anything like that. He works hard. He's just not around the play as much, and I expected a little bit more personally from Bains. As a guy who's really like a big fan of Bains, I became off kind of a little disappointed in his training camp so far for him. We'll see what the Canucks are going to do. Carlson tonight, pretty up and down. I did notice him on a few plays, made some solid contributions. I don't know. There is a word there I'm missing. But, Carlson was all right tonight. He was pretty decent tonight, I would say. But I don't think he was as good as some of the other players we're going to be mentioning for sure. But he was all right. Personally, I think that Carlson knows that he's pretty safe here. And I think he's going to be ramping it up as we get a little closer to the main games. But this was definitely a test with Draisaitl and Edmonton. And if you see, this is the line, by the way. I have the lines here. We had here with the Edmonton Oilers. They played a really decent lines against us. They should have killed us, but no, we held strong today. So, yeah, that was Carlson. Next guy up, Drew O'Connor, man. O'Connor. Guys, you guys wanted to pick it up? He picked it up. O'Connor was solid. He was good. This was by far the best game he played. He skated really well. He was good along the boards. I have nothing bad to say about Drew O'Connor tonight. He was there. He was all over it, and he's ramping it up. And it's nice to see Drew O'Connor go out and kind of just show that, we're going to start ramping this as we get closer to the regular season. Because, again, this is preseason. All right, so let's get to some of your guys' comments here. Bains wasn't playing, was he? I feel bad for Oilers fan. They're already overpaying McDavid and Draisaitl just to beat a heavily watered down Canucks. You're in fine form, Mucho. Hopefully last game for Baines. Good to see Lekkerimaki putting in hard work. It could be a second line coming opening night. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Lekkerimaki and Coots right after the comments here, but I was very impressed with Lekkerimaki. Hedo will get injured, though I believe in him, but he can't play through injuries. I'm just being hopeful. I'm going to be the optimistic route and say he's not going to get injured. I just really want to see him go out and just be healthy. You know what I mean? Just go be healthy, play well. And because when he's healthy, like he's an important player for us, not just because he's a second line center for us, but he adds so much speed in that neutral zone, and he's had a lot of chances. I would like to see him finish a little bit more, but his playmaking has been pretty good so far. And by the way, for the people that are in here and are not subscribed yet, first of all, welcome. Subscribe. Welcome to this community. We're pretty fairly new. We're trying to get to 500 before the regular season, man. We might actually make it. Be a part of it, man. It's a very positive, respectful community here. We're all Canucks fans here. And yeah, if you're a fan of another team, feel free to join as well. We welcome you. No problem. What do we got here? I'm disappointed that McTavish re-signed with the Ducks. We should go after Larkin if we still want a better center. Hedl was good, and Evander Kane can be his bodyguard. Evander Kane was good last game too, right? And Hedl tonight was good. And yeah, I was the dream was over with McTavish. I really hoped that McTavish would somehow sneak to us. It's not happening anytime soon. But it was a pipe dream anyway, but that's the way it is. As a huge Baines hater, I hope Baines in the NHL finally stop being a thing. I want him to do well, man. I really, truly want him to do well because he does work hard. It's just not there right now. It's just not working for him. Ekholm with a sneaky elbow on Coots. Yeah, it wasn't sneaky. It was completely dirty, but yeah, it was an elbow. And later on in the game, Coots also had another kind of play when he was getting knocked down. He got kind of clipped on his face as well. I'm not sure if it was the puck or not, but Coots was all over it tonight again, and he's the next guy we're going to be talking about. I was surprised Evan didn't get a penalty. He should have, for sure. Refs let the Oilers get away with some dirty hits tonight. I can't agree more. I don't think the refs saw it. Agreed. I am Rappy. What's up, buddy? They will probably cut Baines after tonight. Small plus side. I doubt anybody will be a taker after his preseason so far. Yeah, well, hopefully he goes down and, plays well and becomes one of the first call-ups, right? I want to see him do well, right? Lekkerimaki. What's up, Backer Gold? What's going on? Lek looks good in the slot there. That release, yes, that release was money. And we will get to that. All right, so let me get to some of these guys before we go on to the next comments. But first, we're talking about Lekkerimaki. So let's see a little bit of Lekkerimaki. I don't know if this is going to glitch out yet, so bear with me. But here is Lekkerimaki with an absolutely lovely goal. Here is not Lekkerimaki. Let's try that again. Let's try it one more time. There we go. So there it goes with an absolute beautiful play by the way. Hronek there. Nice pass from Hronek onto the side. And then a nice little shot. Boom, right there. Perfectly in the corner. Love it. Really nice goal there from Lekkerimaki. Quite nice. I quite enjoyed that. So let's get back to it. So Lekkerimaki, how was he tonight? He was great. A little bit slow in the first, but man, did he ever pick it up in the second and third period. He was solid in the second and third. He was skating, but man, that shot, he's going to make the team if he keeps shooting like that, and if he keeps shooting with that velocity and the amount of shots, like, this is no joke anymore. This guy has a legitimate shot, and he's making himself notice. But one of the plays I noticed most was he had a real nice back check, by the way, just a really solid back check. And I do wonder if he's kind of gotten to the ear a little bit from the coaches, and he really put in the effort this year, because I'm noticing him hustle a hell of a lot more than before, and he's better along the boards, and he looks stronger along the boards. I was really impressed. As for Coots, well, what more can you say about Coots? Honestly, what more can you say? How about you just watch this goal? So smart play. He looks him off. So look at this. So Coots looks him off, right? The Oiler player, like he's going to be passing it back to the point, right? And then he turns and he just says, screw it. Let's do a blind shot or a pass. I'm not sure what he was doing there. Probably a shot just across and right off the skate there, a little bit lucky into the net. Just another really high IQ play from Coots once again. This guy is the real deal right now so far in preseason. He is telling the Vancouver Canucks coaching staff that he wants to make this team. This is no joke right now. Coots is playing extremely well. Again, with every passing game, it's harder to say, hey, just send him down. It really is. It's really hard to go out and just say send him down because he just continues to play extremely well. Now, he wasn't perfect tonight. There was a couple positional plays. He kind of lost his man tonight. But he's a kid, right? Like he's an 18-year-old kid. He's going to make, though, he's going to learn that over time. But his IQ, his tenacity, he's in the corners. He puts bodies on people. It's just impressive, man. Coots has just been absolutely impressive. And guys, I'm not sure if you noticed how many times, like he had a nice end-to-end rush, like this skating for an 18-year-old kid. Do you know who that reminded me of? Didn't that remind you a little bit of Bo Horvat when he had that little bit of an end-to-end rushes sometimes, the Bulls style? He just bowled through people. I'm just telling you, I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Bo. It's just preseason. Calm the hype train down, okay? I'm calming it. But I'm just saying I'm seeing similarities with him, and I've been impressed. And the fact is he took a high stick today, and he took a puck to the face, and he got elbowed in the face today. All that, and he's bleeding from the lip, a little bit of a cut on his eye, doesn't miss a damn shift. Doesn't miss one fucking shift, Coots. Not one shift. He doesn't miss. That's what I'm talking about. So, you know what? You might have to, you know what? You might have to put me on that hype train. Just put me on the back of it, okay? I'm not leading it. Just put me somewhere in the back, you know? But I've been impressed. I've been impressed, man. He's been really, really solid. All right, let's get to your comments here. From Hucho here. Doc has one of his best games I've seen. He was flying like that in the regular season. We're looking good for depth. Yeah, Doc, he's picking it up as the games are going on here. And contributions. Thank you. Thank you, Mac. McDry aren't overpaid, but they're well worth a call. Yeah, McDry's dude. McDavid and Draisaitl are ridiculous hockey players. Everybody knows that. They're carrying Edmonton. They're going to carry Edmonton again this year. But will they be good enough to make it to the Cup final again? I don't think so. I think there's a lot of real improved teams out there. I just don't see it. But hey, I could be wrong, I guess. Vancouver fan in Edmonton. Oh, interesting. What's up, brother? What's up, Fry Guy? Welcome. Nice to have you contribute here with a comment. What do we got? Vancouver fan in Edmonton and was at the game tonight. Okay, let me know a little bit about the kind of the hype there too. Did they get new seats as well? Like they looked really comfy. I thought they were outmatched for most of the game, but they came out in the third period of some heart. Coots and Lecker and Mackey looked good. Absolutely. Edmonton outplayed Vancouver for 2 periods. And I think it's pretty fair to say. But was it so much Edmonton or was it just that McDavid dry line? Because when they were not on the ice, I thought we played pretty well against Edmonton in the first couple periods. But I think overall, even with McDavid and Dry, I think we outplayed them in the third completely. But awesome, Fry Guy. Welcome, man. Nice to have you here. Louis the Logger, he's a regular here. Macro, we have a lot of regulars here today. Awesome. Every postgame show, guys, I'm going to be live every single Vancouver Canucks postgame show, and I'm going to be doing videos, previews before every single Vancouver Canucks game. That's what we're doing here on this channel. Damn, I thought it was game was at 7, took a nap, and it was over. What did you miss? The whole game. Don't just keep listening. You'll get the gist of it. I meant to say overlaying, not overplaying. What a mutt takes a nap during the game. I hope someone claims Bane so we can stop coming up. I was telling my friends, despite the Canucks losing tonight, the scores differential of 1 isn't bad considering most top Canucks were not playing. No, absolutely. We didn't even have a full lineup or anything like that, and I thought we came out and we looked strong. We looked strong, man. And, you know, maybe we got outplayed pretty badly with McDavid and Dry on the ice, but when everybody else is on the ice, I thought they looked good, man. Third period especially, we were skating, man. Like we had him hemmed in the empty netter on a couple of power plays too. Like no, we looked all right, man. Like I'm pretty positive about this preseason so far. I really am. I know we lost a couple of games, but like I don't know. Maybe I'm overly optimistic. I don't know. Mega Bubazor, what's up, man? What's going on, Mega? By the way, are you going to be getting Pokemon Z and A or whatever the hell it's coming out in the next week? I think it is. Coots nonstop hustling around the puck, forechecking, back checking, always watching the open spaces. I agree. He's been impressive. He's deserving of a spot on this team as of right now. But there's still a lot of preseason here. We're halfway there, right? And the Vancouver Canucks need to make decisions here, real important decisions. But he's going to keep getting opportunities. Like they're not going to set him down after this game. He's looking too good, and he scored again. You know, Lecker Mappy bumps himself to the top of the list for Hogg's spot tonight. I agree 100%. Could end up in our top 6 if he keeps up his play in the next 2 games. Yo, Lecker Mappy was all over the puck, man. He's shooting like an absolute monster. He's been real solid. And by the way, guys, just to let you know, I will have the Vancouver Canucks post-game interviews when the Vancouver Canucks post them. We are going to have them live here on the post-game show, and we're going to try to make that a regular thing. But I really wanted to talk a little bit about Demko here real quick. So Thatcher Demko was a monster, and I want you guys to take a look at this. Look at this save. Oh, man, look at that save. Look at that. Right on the line. Look at that right there. Look at that save. Are you kidding me? Demko coming across. And this was regular season, man. Come on. Like that would have been top 3, top 5 saves of the year already. That was a monster save. Let's take a look at it one more time. Comes across. Look how much room and space there is. 3 Canucks defensemen on him. And he still manages to get across and makes the paddle save. Just a monster. Just a beautiful fucking save there. So nice. Really like that save, man. That was really nice. Absolutely. Yeah, that was a huge one. So we'll get to Demko in a minute here, but I just really wanted to share that with you guys. So next up, we had Assassin, Ratu, and Sherwood. Sherwood, once again, was completely involved. He's always involved. This whole preseason, he's probably had the most energy out of every player on the team. He's been good, man. He's been real solid. There's not much I can complain about with him. And personally, you know, he's hitting everything that moves. He's an emotional leader. Sign him. Can we extend him, please? Please? Atu Ratu tonight. Weird game. Again, in the first 2 periods, I was wondering, what are we having here with him? You know, he's just not finding the right spaces. And then, Atu Ratu in the 3rd period on an absolutely beautiful pass. Ratu snipes it. Beautiful goal. Let me see if I have that goal as well for you guys. I wonder if I actually put it down. I do have it for you guys. So here is Atu Ratu's snipe show. Right there. Absolute snipe. Comes up right in the middle. Takes a nice little pass there. I think that's Heronic with the pass. I'm not 100% sure. And snipes it. Boom. Absolute rifle top corner. Just beautiful. Loved it. Really nice play. And he needs to score because overall I think he's been just okay, and I think he needs to play a little bit better. Like, play with a little bit of urgency, you know what I mean? Just a little bit of urgency. We got a comment here from Mega. Definitely give him 9 games. If not, let him cook somewhere else. He'll be ready next year. Well, he'll be going to junior. He can't go to the AHL. So if Coots doesn't make the team, he's going to junior. And I think that's another reason why maybe the Canucks want to keep him up. I wonder why Willander hasn't played tonight. He's played quite a bit, right? He's had a bunch of games. I'm sure he'll be in next game. Demko with the save of the year, preseason, paddle butt, end of the stick, keep it close. Man, it was sick. Absolutely monster save. If Garland is still not feeling better by opening night, 100% Kuzin in that lineup, he might make it even without Garland, personally. With Hoglander's injury, that opens up. I know he's a center, but that opens up a place. You can have Ratu can play on the wing as well. Oh, it's actually important to mention. I have it on my notes here. Let me so I do have it on my notes here that Ratu was actually playing the wing in the third period. He was actually playing along the wing there, which was kind of fascinating, right? Because this is the first time I think I've seen him, I guess, recently play on the wing. And Abbey, I guess I'll have to kind of look into it a little bit more to see if he played more wing in Abbey. But no, he played on the wing in the third period, and he scored that goal. So good for the Canucks. Nice little change there. All right. So next up, we had Sasson. He was skating hard tonight. Overall, skating really hard. Sasson, he was good. He was pretty damn solid. Not too much bad things to say about him. I thought he worked hard, and he's just a classic Sasson game. He had one real good scoring chance, missed on it. Would like to see him finish. Would be nice. LeBay, not as good as previous games, but still engaged, and he had a huge hit. I don't have the clip of it. Let me see if I can find it. But he had a monster hit in the third period, I think it was, and Edmonton was not so happy about that. Crashed the net a few times. So even though it wasn't his best game, he was still noticeable, which is important. Amon actually had a pretty decent game today as well. I thought he was pretty much over the puck. He won more puck battles than usual. But again, I would still like to see a little bit more. And I thought McEachern was pretty decent as well. There's not really too much there. He filled in really well there. All right, let's get to the comments here. And guys, welcome to the Vancouver Canucks and Edmonton Oilers post-game show. We're going to be doing post-game shows after every game. So leave your comments if you guys want to join in, or subscribe if you guys want to be a part of the show. If Garland is still not feeling better overnight, 100% Coots is in. Louis the Logger says, oh my God, just saw that Demko save. Yeah, man, it was a monster. Top 10 saves of the year. We'll be seeing that one for the next few months in highlight packs. Yeah, assign Sherwood ASAP. 100% agree with you guys. Now, let's see if I can find any of the post-game interviews. They are still not up. We do not have the post-game interviews, but I will get to you guys when that is happening. All right, next up, Marcus Pettersson. He was pretty good. He did make a few turnovers, I noticed, kind of getting out of the zone, probably rust more than anything. But overall, I thought he was pretty solid. Hronek played a ton of minutes tonight. I think over like 27 minutes tonight. And I guess I should put this up here while we look at this for the defense, because those are our stats. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you guys so you guys can see this a little bit better. But yeah, I thought Marcus Pettersson was pretty decent tonight. Pretty decent overall. Personally, it's preseason. He was kind of just going with the flow more than anything there, right? As for Philip Hronek was all over it tonight offensively. He couldn't stop some of those cross-ice passes by McDavid and Dry defensively. So he was kind of a mixed bag, but he played a ton of minutes, and when he was on, he was on. But a couple of plays McDavid and Dry just beat him, but it's McDavid and Dry, they beat fucking everybody pretty much. So it's really, I don't know if anything's too hard to say about that, right? That's just what they do, right? So I thought personally that Hronek had a pretty decent game. Offensively, he was real solid, really moved the puck well in transition. Up here, Oliver Joseph, he had a better game than the last few games for sure, a little bit better. Yeah, just a steady game, I would say, with him. I didn't see too many egregious errors or anything like that. I thought it was pretty steady overall. Elias Pettersson, the defenseman, again, I would like to see him hit just a little bit more. He's a little bit leaning back on his physicality, but he did have 3 hits, which is interesting because I didn't really notice him too much. But overall, he didn't make a ton of mistakes. He was just kind of all around playing a solid game. He's just a defensive defenseman that's reliable, skates, and he had a couple of really nice shots on the power play as well, so that's important to mention. Forbert, not his best night out, a bit slow, a veteran guy. I'm sure he's going to ramp it up as we get a little bit closer, but the reason he's on this team, guys, I've seen a few people saying he shouldn't be on this team. The reason he's on this team is for one reason and one reason. Well, there's 2 reasons. One, it's his leadership. And the second reason It's the guy. It's the what's his name? It's his penalty killing ability. He's the best, one of the best penalty killers by far in the NHL, and we have him on our team. That's why he's on this team. That's why Forbert is on this team. But I would like to hear your guys' opinions on the defense today. What did you guys think about him? Kucherov, just again, solid across the board. Just did well. Like, there's nothing I didn't see any errors. It's just this guy, for where we picked him, it's crazy how consistent he is every single game. Like, just solid, man. So overall, that was our defense. Now, as for our goaltending, Demko tonight, Demko was real solid. Again, the stats don't tell the whole story. He was an .833 save percentage tonight, but he moved well. And guys, like 2 or 3 of those goals were just cross ice, absolute nasty goals from McDavid and Draisaitl. Like, come on, like that. Everybody's gonna let that in. He had a beautiful save that came across. Once again, I'll show you guys the save here. All right, here it is. Just a beautiful save coming across with the paddle. Beautiful. Real nice save. So he was solid overall. I think people should be pretty happy with him. Overall, I think people are going to be pleased. And Tolopilo warmed the bench really well there. He's had a really nice camp. So that was basically the game. Going over now, I have some extra notes here to read out. So in the first period, this is what I have. Hedl was flying in the first. Coots struggled with a positioning at first, but had a really great rush. This is just first period for now. Lekkerimaki was solid. He had a nice end-to-end pass. I forgot about that. Hedl made that beautiful end-to-end pass in that first period too. Really nice. Lekkerimaki, this is the second period, held the puck on extremely well on the power play. He was very dangerous. Sasson was very much engaged. He hit the post. Forbert had a nice drive, and he got a goal called back, I believe. And he had also made a really nice defensive play right after that. Huge hit by Lebate. Love that. We had Coots. He got elbowed by Ekholm. That's not very nice, Ekholm. Let's not do that. The guy's a fucking rookie. Relax. Ratu continues to struggle, but in the third period, you'll get this. He had a big bounce back third. Demko has been okay. He's moving extremely well. And then Draisaitl had a crazy ass shot for a goal on the power play. Third period, Ratu is on the wing, and Ratu had an absolute snipe show. And we showed that goal. Philip Hedl with the pass, really nice pass. Doc. Drew O'Connor had a really good game. He made a beautiful play to Coots. Coots finished it with a very nice deceptive shot. Nice rebound, or nice goal, right off deflection, really nice. And Demko made that crazy save. And then we had another beautiful Hedl pass with a beautiful snipe from Lekkerimaki. All right, let's see what else we have here. Okay, so this is nice to see. Let me get this out here for you guys. All right. So this is from Hockey Stat Cards. So show him some love. So this is what we have for our stat cards tonight. Lekkerimaki was driving play. Hedl, once again, Drew O'Connor. Kind of more of the guys we were kind of thinking about here. Coots, again, like pretty decent. But, Forbert, it shows Hronek defensively, but then offensively they were good. Baines wasn't around too much there. But overall, like, the card doesn't look too bad, right? Like, the guys we kind of talked about that had pretty solid games had solid games. I love Kucherov. Look at Kucherov, like right down dead center, right down the middle there. And, so overall, I thought it was a pretty decent looking game for the Vancouver Canucks, and I was pretty pleased. Baines with a hat trick, no shots, no hits, no blocks, no penalties, nothing, just skated around tonight. Yeah, I don't want to be hard on the guy, but his halves have been great, man. Like, I would like to see a little bit more. Like, we're just being honest, right? I was sad that the refs said Forbart goal wasn't valid. I think it was a goal, but I could see it be called away because there was contact. Now, he did get a a shot after the contact. But I still feel you contact the goalie, it's going to happen. Now, he was outside of the crease a little bit there and got pushed back into it, so that's something to mention. Kucherov, always the same, almost the same, yeah. Van Michael, welcome, buddy. Was most impressed by Hedl, not just tonight's game, but especially tonight's game. Just hope he doesn't get injured again this year. That's all it is, right? Like, if he stays healthy, the guy's going to get 55, 60 points. I truly believe it. He's going to be a perfectly adequate second-line center for us. He just needs to stay healthy. That's it. So we're still waiting here on the Vancouver Canucks. Interview here they haven't posted anything quite yet. We will get to it when they do post it, but it's not up quite yet. So this is now the comment section of the stream. Tell me about the game. What did you guys like? What did you guys not like? Who impressed for you guys? Who's going to make the team? Who deserves to get cuts? Let's hear it. Let's hear everything. What do you guys think about the Canucks so far in this preseason as well? While you guys leave your comments there, I'm going to see if I can find some videos for us to play here, because it's always nice to do right here. Let's see if I can find this. Yeah, so Coots got I don't know if it was a skate or it was a hand to the face. I'm not 100% sure what happened there with Coots, but man, he's been real impressive. All right, let's get to some of the comments from the media here. So, right off the bat, Rick Dollywall says, pro scout on Coots tonight. You love his instincts. Seems very comfortable out there. He was great on draws. His hockey IQ is beyond years. This is Rick Dollywall getting a pro scout on Coots tonight. So, again, now the scouts are loving him, which is nice to see. From Louis the Logger here, Hedl needs one of those anti-concussion helmets they use in the NFL when he plays. You know what? I'm pretty sure he runs some different type of helmet in the NHL. I don't think it's the same one everybody uses. I think it's a little bit different, and there's more protection. I read something about that recently. I guess I can look into that a little bit more. All right. What other comments we have here from the media? From Noah Strang here. Coots played the third most minutes of any Canucks forward tonight and scored another goal. The kid continues to impress. That is really nice to hear. Looks like we are not the only ones who are quite pleased with him tonight. All right, Jeff Patterson says, another strong showing from Coots. Drew O'Connor used speed well. Hedl had several moments. Ratu and Lekkerimäki made their marks in the third period after quiet starts on the night. Didn't notice Carlson, Sasson, Baines much, and battle for depth rows on D continues. Not sure anyone stood out, I think. Not sure anyone set themselves apart. That's from Jeff Patterson tonight. Satyar Shah says, Lekkerimäki's shot is impressive. Off his stick in a hurry with virtually no backswing. Elite level finish. Good to see him string together a couple of strong preseason performances. Again, Satyar Shah seems to like the guy too. Yeah, it's just a lot of people, from what I'm getting at here, is they're very, very much happy with with Coots, man. Coots is getting a number of the praise, and it's well deserved, man. He's been great, you know. So that's good to know. By the way, some Oilers news here real quick. Oilers coach Chris Knoblauch says Vasily Podkolzin is expected back in Edmonton from Russia on Tuesday night. Knoblauch plans to play him in the team's final preseason game on Friday. So show some love to Pod there. He lost his father. He took some time off, and he's going to be back, and he's going to play in the final preseason game. We wish him all of the best in that game and in the season moving forward. All right, next comment here we have, he was pushed into the boards by Coots. I'm talking about the oversized ones that they use. Oh, you're talking about the ones they use in training camp? The ones like the meathead ones? Like the soft meathead ones? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if they'll pass regulations in the NHL, but those helmets are crazy, man. They're like fucking like 3 times the size of like the normal helmets. We're still waiting here for. So this is interesting. So Scott Spitters with a very interesting video. I didn't catch this. I don't know if you guys caught this. So I'm gonna let me see if I could. I'm gonna get this for you guys right now. Okay. So let's get this up for you guys right now. So this is DPD. Did you guys notice that he took a puck to the head tonight? He took a puck to the head. So this is a crazy catch here from Scott Spitters there on Twitter. So right here, take a look at this.
Puck, it didn't hit his stick. It just went straight
so
up.
Right there, boom, right off the head.
His stick, it just went straight up.
Right off the head, and he got up. I missed that completely.
Okay.
That was at the beginning of the second period.
The bench.
And it's like, oh, I'm fine. Like, this is what DPD does, man. Oh, this is against Seattle. This is an older clip. I got whatever. Well, he's still tough. That was against Seattle, but yeah, still tough. Yeah. That was against Seattle. But still, thanks Scott Spitters anyway for that. I appreciate it regardless. All right, we're still waiting for some of the post-game interviews from the Vancouver Canucks. I do wonder why they've been posting them so late recently, but something to mention. Notice they played him a bit in the last minutes of the game. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm honestly impressed with Mancini compared to what I've seen from DPD. Well, DPD's more steady, where Mancini's been more dynamic. So it matters what you're looking for. But DPD's a hitter, where Mancini kind of does a little bit of everything. He's a hybrid. Like, the guy fucking skates, he hits, he's all over the ice. That's why you notice him more. But when DPD's on his game, like, he's the first guy who's going to be there if someone takes a hit. Like, just the other day, we had that scrum. Let me see if I can find that video for you guys. I have it. I have it here. I know I have it here. Right here. Look at this.
For Nikita Tolopilo, and the Canucks
take
kindly to that.
This is DPD the other night.
Plays, I mean, of everything.
This might not be done yet.
Just like the guy touched him.
Elias Pettersson.
Petey just grabbed him. This is against Seattle.
And Swash after.
And he put him down, and then he lifted him up there at the end here. Watch this.
He wound up on his back on the ice.
He lifted him up. He's like, hey, bitch.
Fans are going to like this guy.
Oh, that was really, really nice. Yeah, DPD's this thing. But Mancini's a little different style player. He's more of a hybrid, kind of all over instead. That was Saturday's game. Yeah, I noticed that after a couple seconds. They're using them in the regular season, LOL. Oh, really? Oh, man. Mancini compliments DPD. We need them both. I'd wonder what I think Forbert is gonna play. Okay, it's a weird one. So what is the most important, right? You have that penalty killing ability of Forbert, right? He's a penalty killer. Like, he's the best, arguably the best penalty killer in the National Hockey League on defense. Like, and penalty killing is extremely important. So how do you not have him on that? Do you play 7D? Maybe you play 70 in that first game. You have Mancini and Forbert play. You have DPD on that right side. You can move him around, right? That's possible. That was last game. Yeah, we know DPD is a gem. Yeah, we do. All right, so we're still waiting here for the post-game interviews here. If there's any other topic you guys want to talk about, let me know. But let's see if there's any more comments here from some of the media. I don't see anything quite yet. So we're just going to be chit-chatting with you guys. By the way, if you haven't liked this stream yet, like it. It really does help out. I would really appreciate it. Watch all my videos. Like, I would really appreciate it. We do previews for every single game. And we have some fun videos coming up as well. I have some interviews coming up and a real interesting interview. Oh my God, you guys are going to be hyped for this. Can't tell you who it is yet, but be subscribed. Trust me, you guys are going to be very, very happy. Very happy. And make sure you hit the notifications as well if you haven't. Really helpful. So when I'm going live. But again, we don't have anything new. Oh, so this is an interesting picture. Look at this, guys. So I'm just going to try to... I don't want to use this picture because there's kids in it, and there's so many kids, it's scratching out all of them. But if you go to the Vancouver Canucks Twitter page, if you guys are on your phone or whatever, Vancouver Canucks just posted a bunch of family and friends showing up for Braden Coots today. There's like literally like fucking 50 of them. There's like 50 of them. So Coots had a huge showing, and he scored a goal tonight. So they're really happy for sure, even though they lost. But it's preseason. That doesn't matter at all. It's effort, right? Jim Rutherford interview confirmed. No, it's not Jim Rutherford. Can you imagine I get Jim on here? Oh, man, that would be pretty wild. No, but it's a good one. So, yeah. So, again, guys, these are the lines, what we had tonight. Next game, we're going to be seeing Petey. Okay, so what are we expecting for next game here, right? So, we're going to most likely have Petey play. Quinn Hughes is going to play. And I'm going to assume Coots gets himself another game. Sherwood's probably going to get some rest. I would like to see Lecker Mackey get another game, but I'm thinking it's looking more and more likely that he's going to be making this team. I think it's really becoming more likely that he's going to make it. DPD's probably going to get a rest. Willander is going to play tomorrow. Forbert's going to get a rest, veteran guy. And probably Hronek gets a rest too. So I think they're going to go with a kind of a mixed bag. But then we're going to start ramping it up as these preseason games kind of go on. But yeah, that's actually pretty crazy with Coots and his family there. That's awesome. So many of his family members. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think he's from Edmonton, right? I'm pretty sure he's from Edmonton, right? I'm like 90% sure he's from Edmonton. So, but guys, here's your guys. I'll let you guys decide. Let's pretend now that the Vancouver Canucks, right now, this preseason is over. Do you keep Coots? Do you send Coots down? Make the call. Everybody who's in here, the lurkers in here. I know you're in here. Subscribe, but you guys are shy. You don't want to comment. I want to see you guys comment. You hiding, viewing and hiding. Are you on yes, Coots is going to make the team, or no, he's going to get sent down as a junior into the juniors because he can't play in the AHL? I'd love to hear what you guys think. Wouldn't mind seeing Kane get a shot with EP40 tomorrow. Well, he did play with EP40 a little bit last game. Just a little bit. He did play. And they look good. But then they put DeBrusk back with that top line. And in the third period, DeBrusk had by far his best third period. Or a period in that game. But they're going to mix and match. I'm on camp, keep Coots. So we have one Rappy. Didn't Alvin speak? Yeah, he just pretty generic interview, nothing too crazy there. No, he spoke this game. I'm in because I want him to develop, not like all the other prospects we had, but you can't overlook the way he's playing. I think that's the thing, right, Lou? Like, how do you go to this kid and be like, you've scored 2 goals in a couple games. You've worked your ass off. You've fucking caused so many plays and made so many great defensive plays. Yeah, you're not 100% perfect. You gave the puck away once, then maybe you were positionally not the best, but you're learning, right? But you put in that type of work. You take 3 hits to the head, 1 puck, 1 skate, and 1 stick. Play the next shift. Doesn't miss a shift. How does a coach go and be like, sorry, man, you're too young. We can't let you make that team. You don't have to keep them for the whole season, but I think you keep them for the 9 games. You got to keep them for the 9 games. And it's just, I would be honestly surprised if Brady Coots does not make this team out of camp. But we're not. The preseason's not over. Let's see how he plays with the next game, right? Like, we're still another. Are they gonna, push him really hard here? Because playing him with travel and people are not playing their top teams. Like, I want to see, how did he play against McDavid and Dry tonight too, right? Like, how did he stack up? I know McDavid and Dry pretty much dominated, but how did he specifically stack up against them? I don't know what the analytics say on that. I know what the analytics say here, though, from our good friend there. And this is stat cards from Hockey Stat Cards. So give him some love on this. So Coots, as you can see, he was solid. Just solid. Pretty much dead center in the middle. Like he had a good game. He just had a solid good game. 9 games for sure. So again, the Vancouver Canucks have yet to post the interviews, guys. I really do apologize. I usually have them on right away, but he still have not posted them. I will get them to you. We're gonna go. I want to go at least until we get the interviews. I'm really curious to hear what the coach has to say about the game today. I'm curious to see what some of the players want to say about the game today as well. Do I think Coots should stay or go the past 9 games? I was originally on team no, and then after that first game, I'm like, okay, maybe after tonight, I'm on team yes. I think he deserves the 9 games. I'm not the leader of the hype train. Like I said, I'm not in the front. I'm in the back of the hype train. Just way in the back there. I don't want to be overly. It's still preseason. I don't want to overhype myself. Right? It's just preseason. Let's not overhype it. But I think he's going to make this team as a 9 games. I think it would be kind of a disservice to him if they don't go and do that, right? So we're still waiting here for the post-game comments from the players and the coaches. Just an FYI for the people that just came in. We just had a big spike here. We had 10 people just show up. What's going on, guys? Welcome. Drop a comment and say hello. Show some love. Post-game show after every game. We still have cap space to fill in a spot if we needed. Maybe a tryout or a small trade. Well, if we make a trade, it would if we make a trade, I don't think it's going to be for a second line center, but right now Hito looks pretty good, so I don't think they're like really desperate for it. But I still wouldn't mind signing Jack Roslovic. The guy is a hybrid. He can play the wing. He can play the center position. He can skate. It helps with our transitional, he can spot fill some of that center spots. If Ratu just can't hold the role, you know what I mean? Like I know we'll lose some face-off ability if Ratu doesn't make this team. He scored a nice goal today. Here's the goal right here. I'll show you guys right here. So here's the goal. Boom, right there. Snipe show right there. Absolute snipe. Top corner. Right, so Ratu did have a nice goal tonight, but, he was pretty average, I would say, throughout the game, but he did have a good third period. But I don't know, man. Like, if we sign anybody, it's going to be Jack Roslovic, man. He's still not signed, but he's looking for term, and no one wants to give him term right now. So, there's that. All right, let's see what some Canucks fans are saying about this game. And feel free, you guys can also leave your comments as well. If Pitts calls saying that we'll trade you Crosby for Coots and Willander after Olympics, do you say no? What kind of random ass question is that? Pittsburgh is not going to trade Sidney Crosby. That's why I'm going to go with that. Why isn't he signed yet? I think his defensive, he's a kind of, he really struggled in the playoffs defensively as a center this year. He put up decent amount of points, but defensively, he's not the best player. Offensively, he's still good. He's a good transitional player, but I just think like he needs a lot of work defensively. I think that's why teams. Also, he's probably asked for too much, man. Sometimes you just ask for too much money. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just ask for too much money. By the way, the Vancouver Canucks, look at this. I love this light I picked up, man. I think it looks so nice. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but I think the light looks super nice, man. I think it looks nice. Even waiver wire pickup. Well, it's always an opportunity. But we have the cap space for anything, right? Which is nice. Do we have the roster room? Well, if we send down guys like Baines and we get picked up, right? If we, right? Like we don't know about that, right? We don't know if we send down him on, right? Will he get picked up, right? Yeah, that light is dope. Yeah, I think it looks really sick, right? And it's not too bright either. It's not too bright. That's what I like about it too. All right, so I don't know, guys. I really wanted to get you guys the post-game interview comments. I wanted to know myself. Like, I wanted to listen to it myself. But it doesn't look like the Vancouver Canucks are posting it. Like, it's almost been an hour after the game. Still no interviews for the Canucks, which is kind of odd. Usually they have them up pretty quickly. But we pretty much went through over the entire game. So, guys, I'm going to end it here. It's been about an hour. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you guys next game as well for the Canucks. Let's see who they're playing. Let's take a quick look at who they're playing. Next game, it looks like it's going to be on Wednesday. So we have a bit of a break here. And it's against the Calgary Flames at 6 o'clock. 6 p.m. on Wednesday against Calgary Flames. I'll see you guys. And also make sure you subscribe, hit that notification. I'm going to be dropping a preview on that game the day before in the evening, like I always do. And also, I'm going to have a fun video probably tomorrow, if not the next day. We have some fun videos coming up, and look forward to that. So thank you guys for watching the stream and supporting this channel. I really appreciate it. It's been an incredible day, and I hope you guys have an awesome night. All right? Take care, guys. Nice seeing you guys. Much love. Adios.